Hi, my name is Taylor Walls. I'm here with Coach Passarell from James and Bennett Varsity Volleyball. So Coach, we've recognized that over the course of a year with COVID and everything, numbers have gone down in all sports. What did your numbers look like this year come tryouts?
I usually have about 30 girls try out. I usually have 2 days of cuts. This year, I didn't cut anybody. I barely made a varsity team, and we barely made an actual JV team. So.
Wow, and what do you think impacted that?
I think the lack of girls being able to do club, to at least try it out there first, like in their 6th, 7th, and 8th grade year. And then also, I still believe parents don't want their kids to be close with others and what could happen on the court.
Now, even though with the low numbers this year, what are the greatest strengths on your team this year?
So I will say I've had teams before that had strong, hitting skills, like strong power. This year I have girls that actually love each other. As you know, playing, that one downfall, one negative can destroy a whole entire team within seconds. So I feel the girls trust, trust each other. I have a new girl setting this year that we decided last week that she'll set first game. It was amazing. So,
what's your biggest challenge come this year?
Power and height. Unfortunately, I've told my girls, we had our first scrimmage yesterday, and I said, we don't have the 10-foot line hitters like I've had in the past. They're like a hit and miss, essentially like yourself. But what we have, so that's one of the downfalls. We don't have that 10-foot line, hitter, but we do have the throwing the body on the floor. You play to the whistle, and that's what we have for this year.
And do you think the mindset of the game is going to come as a critical point or factor in this year's season? Because volleyball is a mental sport. And do you think these girls are mentally tough enough for it?
Especially when you don't have that actual end-all be-all where your outside middle hitter is going to get that awesome kill and bring up the actually energy. Yes, it is a mental game. I tell my girls all the time, we could be up 15 points and a blink of an eye is now actually reversed. And you have to be able to center yourself and calm yourself and trust your actual neighbors that, this is you, this is me, I got this, we're a team, we are one. I push our team that we are one, JV and varsity, we are one. There's no split, and I think that does help with both sides of the court.
And is communication a strong factor this year, or is it a weaker factor?
That's always a problem with actually volleyball. I mean, there's a lot of people that think girls talk a lot, but you get the opposite sometimes. You get a lot of shy girls that come in. Telling them to yell at each other in a respectful way is very hard, but you do have to communicate at all times. And of course, you'll take that on life too. You got to be able to voice your opinion, voice your thoughts and all that. But if you don't talk to one another, that ball hits the ground, my girls will run, and they'll lose a point. So. And
what's your goal for the season?
We are known to be one of the better teams. We are always the team to beat, and that's a good thing to have. Just like Queen Anne's is always the team to beat, right? And when we do beat you, it's like a party. When you beat us, the same way. I honestly just want my girls to advance, just to learn one new skill. Like my actual setter that came in last week, she was actually back row hitter. She's now setting a 5-1. That's huge. So I would love to say an actual undefeated season. I would love to say that, but let's see what every game brings us.
Hi, I'm here with Kathryn, and she is a senior here at James and Bennett High School varsity volleyball team. So what was the biggest struggle coming out of COVID this year?
I definitely say just being together as one, because we are used to being separated, obviously, and it's just hard to get back in that routine that we've been in the past 3 years. And yeah, I think we're doing really well so far of coming together as a team again.
Is there anything different coming this season than it was compared to last season? Like, are there different mandates for masks and stuff for inside?
Yeah, last year we had to wear masks inside, which was definitely one of the biggest challenges because we're moving around a lot, we're being close together, even though that wasn't really like how it was supposed to be. And this year we don't have to wear masks anymore when we're exerting energy, so it's really nice and it helps us come together more, like I said.
And what is your team's greatest strength this coming season?
I'd say we're all really close friends, and that obviously shows on the court. At least I think so. It helps us play better, so I'd say that's definitely one of our biggest strengths.
And this past year we learned that, especially this past year though, there was a lot of mental and physical struggles come quarantine period. Yeah. How did you and your team get through it?
We did a lot of bonding exercises, like whether it was going to someone's house, going out to dinner together, like whatever it took. We just came together as friends, even more as a team, and I think that showed and it helped us a lot, and it just really brought us together again.
And what are you looking forward to most this season?
Well, it's my senior year, so it's the last one. I'm hoping that I'll make it count, and I'm just happy to be with my team and really just have fun playing my sport.
And what's your go-to song before a game that gets you hyped up?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to say Get Low.
So Brooke, this year is a very different year. And what is the biggest struggle your team has come across this year?
Well, with all of us being in different grades and everything like that, we have like freshmen and sophomores coming in, so a lot of us haven't played together. So that's like one thing that we have like we need to work on, but we're all like a family and we try really hard to like stick with each other.
And are there any freshmen and sophomores stepping up?
Yes, we have a couple sophomores and freshmen that are coming on the varsity team, and they are working really hard, and we treat them equally with the rest of us.
Now, with COVID and everything, a lot of mental and physical challenges came in part. How did you get through it, through the quarantine period?
Well, we all stayed in contact, and we really never had like a dull moment when it came to like sticking together. We would go to each other's houses, hang out, we would go out to eat, have joy rides, stuff like that, and we love each other, so we like stuck together no matter what.
And now, what do you think is the greatest key factor this season? Is that communication, offense, defense? In your opinion, what do you think?
I would have to say communication and like working with that together, because like definitely with our first game, we actually had really great communication, but when it comes to like keeping it like together for a whole game, that's something we do have to work on.
So you guys feel like you need to become mentally stronger as a team?
Yes, that's exactly, yeah.
What's your go-to song before a game that gets you hyped up and ready for the next match?
Definitely High Hopes by Panic at the Disco, like by them. Like, I love that song. I love that song.